welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be making a super easy recipe. It is chicken parmesan and we're gonna be making it right in the air fryer. So for today's chicken parmesan, I'm gonna be doing a keto version, but I'm gonna show you all you need to omit if you're gonna be making it carnivore so that you guys can enjoy it if you're on a carnivore diet. I'm on a keto diet, so I'm gonna be making the true version of chicken parmesan with the marinara sauce and basil. But I'm gonna show you guys, like I said, how to make it carnivore so you can enjoy it right at home. So let's just jump right in. Right in front of me, I have some chicken breasts. To make this super easy, we're not gonna be needing to butterfly any chicken breasts. You can buy them already thinly sliced and already ready to go for a chicken parmesan. So I just got this at Giant. I'm here on the East Coast, so we got Giant here. Whatever grocery store you have, I'm sure they already have the thinly sliced chicken breast. It just cuts your cooking time completely in half just by getting this already cut. So let's open this package right up. And we will take out our chicken breasts. All right, perfect. So now that we've taken our chicken breasts out, next thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna cover it with some plastic wrap. And I have a mallet right here. We're just going to hit the chicken breasts with this just to make it a little bit flatter. So just go ahead and do that. The purpose of doing this is to tenderize the meat and to make sure that it's really flat when you're going to bread it. So that's why we did that. You can go ahead, just take the plastic wrap off. Now let's work on the breading part. So for the breading, typically with a chicken parmesan, you're using flour, an egg wash, and then also some kind of panko or breadcrumbs. For this, instead of using breadcrumbs or panko, we're gonna be using pork rind panko. So I love this one by Pork King Good. I got it off of Amazon. I'll leave my Amazon link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing this. This is such a great alternative for breadcrumbs. It has that crunch that you're looking for. It does have a little bit of a pork taste, but it's really not that noticeable, especially when you're cooking with all these other flavors to make the dish. And so aside from using the pork rinds, or the pork rind panko, I should say, we're also gonna be using Parmesan. Now, you can buy already grated Parmesan from the store. I like to grate the Parmesan myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I just get this Parmesan at any grocery store and just grate it yourself. It tastes a little bit better. It's a little more fresh. But of course, like I said, if you're trying to do something really quick and easy, just go to the store and get it already freshly grated. So let's go ahead and grate this. And all these ingredients so far, all of this is carnivore friendly. You have cheese, you have pork rinds. You can still enjoy this dish and not have to make it, it doesn't have to be boring. I've seen a lot of people do the keto version of this with some kind of like a unflavored protein powder instead of flour. I've also seen people use almond flour instead or just Parmesan. I really like the pork rinds. I think it just gives it that crunch that you're looking for when you have a chicken parmesan. All right, so that is perfect. We have our Parmesan right here. So just spread this out. And then we're gonna take our pork rinds. And what you can also do if you don't wanna purchase this on Amazon, you can also just get pork rinds and throw them into a food processor. But what I really like about using this is that it's already, it filters out any super crunchy bits that are hard to chew, and it just has a really mild flavor. So we're gonna take this and just pour it right in here. Again, this is our breading, so you want a good amount in here. We do have 3 chicken breasts. There's no exact measurement for this. It just depends on how many chicken breasts you're gonna be making. So throw that right in. All right, and then let's put a little bit of seasoning in here too. I'm gonna take some smoked paprika, just a bit. Some garlic powder. And then some Italian seasoning. All right, and then let's just toss all of that together. You can mix this by hand. Now that we're done with the breadcrumbs, I've set them aside, and now I'm gonna make an egg wash. And all you need is just to crack 2 eggs into a bowl. And I'm using a little bit of a wider bowl. You can also just do this on a plate like this one, but you just wanna make sure it's large enough that you can put the chicken breast in there. You don't wanna do like a deep bowl. And just whisk it. All right, and now it's time to actually coat the chicken breasts. So I do wanna preface by saying, if you're using the pork rind crumbs, which is what we're gonna be doing, or the pork rind panko, I should say, which is what we're using for this dish, it does have some sodium in it, so don't use too much salt when you're putting it on the chicken, but we are gonna salt the meat, of course. So I'm just gonna take some Himalayan salt. You can use kosher salt, you can use sea salt, whatever you have at home. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt on the chicken itself, just a bit, and some black pepper. You can be a little more generous with the black pepper. All right, and I'm just gonna flip this over and do the same thing on the other side. All right, and now it's time for the egg wash and the breading. So far, everything here is carnivore. There is nothing keto here. Well, it is keto, but there's no like vegetables or anything like that that we've used. If you're extremely carnivore, then you can also avoid the garlic powder and the paprika. You don't need that seasoning. That's just to give it some extra, just some extra flair. And most people that are on a carnivore diet, they do add those seasonings. So that's why I like to add those. So what we're gonna do is I have one hand that is for the egg wash and one that's for the dry. It just makes it a little bit less messy, a little less sticky. And so all you do is you take the chicken breast, you put it in the egg wash, just like this. Then you're going to put it on to the pork rind panko Parmesan mixture that we worked on before, just like that. And before you flip it, take the panko and you wanna coat the top. Just like that. And you see, it's a lot less messy than if you just started flipping it right away. You're gonna get the egg on your hands. This is just a little bit less messy. Shake off the excess and put it on a plate that is clean, because this is what we're gonna be putting in the air fryer. So now let's do this for the remainder of the chicken breasts. This is such an easy recipe. It's super simple, totally not complicated at all. And the best part is you're doing it in an air fryer, so you don't need to, you know, get your oven ready, make a bunch of dishes messy, nothing like that. And the air fryer cuts your cooking time in half. So this could be even like, you know, a really quick dinner that you can have right at home. There we go, shake off the excess and put it on a plate. And now our last chicken breast, okay? Shake off the excess. Now let's wash our hands so we can preheat the air fryer. Now that our chicken is nice and coated, this is what it's going to look like. So we can turn on our air fryer. Of course, you can preheat it while you're working on the chicken, but just in case, you know, if it's your first time doing it and you're a little bit slower, so you don't wanna preheat this right away, or just for demonstration purposes here today, I didn't want this noise going on, so I didn't turn it on yet. But now that we're ready, let's turn it on the air fry setting, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's gonna cook for a total of about 13 to 15 minutes. So I will set it at 15 just so it's going on for that entire amount of time, but I'll explain how we're gonna cook it as it goes in the air fryer. So 400, 15 minutes total. Let's start preheating it. Okay, that is preheated. Now I want this to remain open at the bottom because I want the air to completely circulate around the whole chicken breast. And I'm not a sponsor, but as you guys already know, Chosen Foods avocado oil spray, that's my favorite one. I'm gonna spray the bottom of this tray. Use whatever avocado oil spray you want, but Chosen Foods is the cleanest one in my opinion, so that's what I'm gonna use. And now you want to carefully place the chicken breast at the bottom of the tray. Okay, so I'm just gonna place this in at the bottom, and as big as your tray is, fit as many chicken breasts as you can, just don't overlap them. So I think I can fit 3 of mine in here. I'm gonna make some room. Okay, perfect. They're not overlapping. And now we're gonna throw this back into the air fryer, let it cook for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it after 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes are up. Look already how golden brown that is. Oh my God, it smells amazing in here. What we're gonna do is flip this over, so be really careful, get some tongs, and flip your chicken over. Okay, now we're gonna throw this back in the air fryer and we're gonna cook it for an additional 5 minutes. So while we are cooking the other side of our chicken breast, the best part about a chicken Parmesan is that melty mozzarella on top. So I have some fresh mozzarella here. You can already buy the mozzarella pre-sliced, but I like it fresh from the store. So I'm gonna take this and we're just gonna slice it into pieces. Okay, and since we have 3 chicken breasts, I'm gonna get 3 slices of mozzarella. Of course, if you wanna layer it up, put as much mozzarella as you want, go ahead and do that. But I'm just gonna use 3 for this. And now we're gonna move on to something that is keto. This is not carnivore, and it includes the marinara sauce. So if you're carnivore, just wait till we put the mozzarella on. But if you're keto, let's move on to our sauce. Okay, so 10 minutes are up. We've cooked for 5 minutes on one side and then 5 minutes on the other side. And now what we're gonna do is we are going to put on some marinara and mozzarella. So if you are keto, you can do this marinara part. If you're carnivore, just avoid the marinara and only add the cheese. Now I am using the Primal Kitchen marinara sauce. I love this one because there's no added sugar to it. It is keto friendly and it is super clean ingredients. Not a sponsor, but I do really, really love this marinara. And what I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of it and put it on my chicken. Now this is not all the sauce I'm gonna use for the whole dish, for my keto version of it. So I'll do 2 of the chicken breasts with the marinara and then 1 without it, which is the carnivore version, so you can see what both versions look like. Now I'm gonna take my mozzarella slices and all I'm gonna do is just put it right on top of our chicken. And I'm gonna throw this back in the air fryer for the final 3 minutes just to let the mozzarella melt and for the chicken to finish cooking. While our chicken is in the final stages of cooking, it has the mozzarella already on it. If you are keto, you can do this for your addition to your chicken Parmesan. You can do any kind of pasta you want or rice that you want. You can use cauliflower rice. You could do mashed cauliflower if you want. Zucchini pasta. I'm gonna be trying this one. I haven't tried this brand before, but it is a heart of palm linguine pasta. So what you're gonna do is, and I've never tried this brand before, guys, but I just saw it in the grocery store and it looked really good. So you wanna take this package first and drain it. All right, so I have drained the linguine and I am gonna spray a pan with some of my Chosen Foods avocado oil spray. I have my pan set on medium-low heat. And the great part about this pasta, the reason I chose it is because it's only 4 grams of net carbs, or 4 grams of carbs total, and I think it's 2 grams of net carbs. I'll put everything in the description below. And I'm just gonna add this to my pan. All right, guys, yeah, so it is 4 grams of total carbs, and it has 2 grams of dietary fiber, and this is per serving. There are 3 servings in this whole package, and each serving is only 20 calories. So just trying this out. I love trying the different kinds of alternative keto pastas because I do love pasta, I do love carbs, and I miss them sometimes. And so the reason we're cooking this in the pan is we just want to dehydrate them a little bit. Sometimes the heart of palm stuff is a little bit, the texture just needs to be cooked down a little bit. So that's what we're doing here. And as it's in the pan, it's also heating up. Again, this is the keto part of this recipe. You can completely avoid this, and you can also completely avoid this pasta if you're not into heart of palm and you just want to do zucchini pasta or cauliflower rice, whatever you want to do. It's really up to your discretion. Also, reminder, you don't have to be keto or carnivore to enjoy the recipes that I'm making. I just make them lean towards keto and carnivore, but this is just really great if you're on a low carb diet as well. You know, you're trying to avoid sugars, you're trying to avoid breading. All these recipes are super great for that and to kind of keep you on track, keep your macros in check. And so I have cooked this down a little bit, and I am going to take that marinara sauce that I had before. Again, it's the Primal Kitchen Tomato Basil sauce. And I'm gonna add a little bit of it to this pasta, and we're just gonna mix it in to give the pasta that flavor. I'm gonna reduce this all the way down to low heat. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more sauce. I just tried a piece of it, and it needs just a little bit more cooking time, so putting a little more sauce in. Again, play it by ear if you're gonna be trying this one. And I'll include in the description below what brand I used and all the macros of it if you're interested in trying this one. All right, guys, and here is our finished product, our keto chicken parmesan. Again, the version of this that's carnivore will just be the chicken parmesan with a piece of mozzarella on it. If you wanted to add anything else to your carnivore diet with it, you're welcome to do that. But I have my keto version here that has some marinara sauce, and I did add a little piece of basil. I do love basil with this dish, and our pasta that we made earlier. I cannot wait to dig into this. It smells absolutely amazing in here, and you can already see this chicken. Listen, it has that crisp that you're looking for that I haven't really seen in other chicken parmesan recipes. Most of them don't end up being crispy. I've tried the almond flour one, I've tried the protein powder one. They don't get that crisp like the pork rind panko does. So I cannot wait to dig into this. Let's cut a nice piece here with the mozzarella melted right on it. And guys, take a look at this chicken. It is so juicy. I have some of that pasta right here. And take a nice big bite. Guys, this hits the spot. It is so good. Like I said, it is super crispy. The chicken is so juicy. So much burst of flavor. I love this marinara sauce that I talked about. Again, I'm not sponsored by Primal Kitchen, but I really love it. If you're keto, you can guarantee that there are good ingredients in there. There's no sugar added, and it is actually healthy for you. This is such a good dish if you're really craving that chicken parmesan. I know you guys love. It is such a fan favorite. And in the air fryer, it is so easy. The air fryer gives it that crisp. You're not frying it in oil, which is really great just to avoid frying anything in oil. I can't wait for you guys to try this. I love this dish so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.